What's going on, everyone? Hope everybody is having an amazing day. We've got an awesome guest with us joining us inside of the School of Mentors.
Oh, give me 1 second, James. You're muted. I got you.
Why are you muting James? Of all the people you're going to mute.
Hey, Chris, man, man, it's good to have you here. Chris, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I got to tell you, every day when you wake up in the morning, you've got a chance to do something great with that day. And about 5 years ago, a pastor of mine told me something interesting. He's like, if you woke up every morning and you imagined that you could see God sitting at the side of your bed with a bag of popcorn, cheering you on, saying, listen, today's your day. I made you for this day. You're brushing your teeth in the bathroom, and God's sitting there munching away at the popcorn, and He's cheering you on, saying, today's your day. If God was the first person you woke up to at the side of your bed and He was cheering you on, what kind of day would you have?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, Chris, obviously you are doing a lot of things pioneering the artificial intelligence world right now. You've built and sold companies. You've had an incredible career in entrepreneurship. I guess I want to get things started off, Chris, before we get into some Q&A. For all the members on the call tonight, this is their first time meeting you, Chris. Everybody's excited to learn from you, man. Everybody's pumped up to be here. I would love for you to just give a background, Chris, on your story, your journey in entrepreneurship, and how you got to where you are today as the serial entrepreneur, the multimillionaire that you are now, and then we'll open it up to for some Q&A, my friend.
You know, it's funny. When I was 18, I was selling timeshare. And if you know anything about timeshare, it's probably the hardest sale you're going to make, but you're literally trying to get $15,000 out of somebody that night to buy a vacation that they may or may not take in the future. And I came across a young couple, and the guy worked as a commodity broker down at the Board of Trade. And he said, listen, you got to apply for a job at our company. Long story short, I learned at a very early age how to sell. And I learned that one of the keys to being an entrepreneur is the ability to sell yourself. I don't care what product you build in life. I don't care what product you sell in life. You are always selling yourself. People buy from people they like. James, you've been super successful with your life so far because people like you. They like when you walk up to them and that big smile, that monster multi-billionaire smile, and say, excuse me, sir, excuse me. And it's your likableness that you're literally selling every time you come across somebody. And that's something that I want to share with everybody here tonight. I guarantee you that no matter what you're selling right now, you might have good days, you might have bad days, but your product is always yourself. It's always you. You're always selling yourself. And trust me, when you take ownership of just that one thing, it will change the rest of your life. I promise you that.
Let's go.
That was it. Thanks. Hey, guys, I appreciate you joining us today. That's it. That's all I got for you. No,
Chris.
just kidding. We got a ton today. In
Yes,
fact,
sir.
I told Ethan the other day, if we do a Joe Rogan 4-hour session today, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised. I am not going to leave till I answer everyone's question about AI or entrepreneurship. I am going to literally spend 4 hours of my life because I love what James and Ethan are doing. I love entrepreneurs. I love people that take fear. You know, being an entrepreneur is scary. It scares the fuck out of about 99% of the people in the world. So everybody that's on this Zoom call right now, you've taken that fear, put it in the palm of your hand and said, hey, I know you're there, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I appreciate the incredible introduction and background to yourself, man. I know that everybody here is excited. We love your raw energy. And this is exactly how you are in person. I had the opportunity to meet Chris actually at a business conference a couple months ago. And, even just meeting you there, I mean, you can just tell the realness and the authenticity that you possess is one of the reasons why I wanted you to come speak to our community, not just your business prowess, but just the way that you carry yourself and the way that you are. So we appreciate that authenticity. And then also, man, we just appreciate your time, Chris, and you coming in to pour into my community. I know Athen, myself, everybody here, we really appreciate you. And I know that we all look forward to getting to learn from you tonight, man. So, Athen, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you, brother. If you want to start bringing up the members, I know that we already have a decent amount of hands that are raised. As a reminder, guys, like Chris said, he's
Oh
not
man, this is
bullshitting.
weird. I actually thought all those people were giving me high fives. I've been hitting my screen all over the place.
Yep. Yeah. As a reminder, everyone, if you guys want to ask a question directly to Chris, if you go to the React tab and you raise your hand, you'll be able to ask your question to Chris once it's your turn. For everybody that does want to ask a question to Chris, the one thing that we do ask is that you just text it directly to Athen in the chat. So send a direct message to Athen, and he'll bring everybody up one by one to speak to Chris and get your questions answered. So, Chris, thanks again for being here, man. For everybody else, I look forward to this call. And Athen, I'll let you go ahead and bring up our first question.
Absolutely. And if anyone needs a recap of how to ask your question directly to Chris, I went ahead and put it down in the chat. Make sure you follow those three steps, and that way I'll be able to bring you up to ask your question. So for the first person up, I'm gonna bring up Hermano. Hermano, how's it going? Great to see you.
Doing good, Athen. Good to see you again, Chris.
Good to see you again, Hermano. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Good to see you. So, actually, thanks for sharing the message of how God cheers for us. That was actually the most viral soundbite in our episode a couple of months ago. So, my question is, how was it? Maybe for the benefit of everybody, how was the journey of that got you to the business model that you're at and the AI tool that you use?
So a friend of mine, John Andrade, will probably tell you this more than anybody. I have thrown money at a variety of projects and companies in the last 10 years of my life, and 80% have been failures, but those failures have taught me things. And about a year and a half ago, I was looking at AI just cursory, just very cursory. But the more I started peeling away the layers, the more I started realizing that AI was insanely powerful. And I don't know if you guys remember, but last year we saw the power of podcasting. We saw in a presidential election, Donald Trump did, and I'm guessing here, I don't know what the exact number is. Maybe somebody can look it up. I think he did 150 different podcasts. Maybe he did 100. Somebody's got a baby. We got a baby in the crowd. So, and then we saw Kamala do 3 podcasts. Now, I don't care who your politics are, but what you learned from that real life experiment was that podcasting is the best long format advertisement you can do for your personal brand, your company brand, your product. You got to get interviewed. You got to get on podcast. So for me personally, I started building an AI tool and an AI platform that literally got AI to work for me every single day and booked me on podcast. And we tweaked it and tweaked it and tweaked it to the point where I was doing 6 to 7 podcast interviews a day. I've done over 300 to 400 podcast interviews in just the last year. And in December of last year, I started opening it up for clients. And since then, we've grown to be the largest platform that allows people to build their own AI agents that get them booked on podcasts. Yep, I know. We got to get a little yawn in there. I see the little guy. He's getting a little bit of a yawn in there. So I learned last year just from watching the election that podcasts were a game changer. They were the best long format advertisement anybody could do to build your business, to build your lead flow, to build your brand. And I literally said to myself, there's got to be a way to use AI agents to make this process so simple that all you have to do is the podcast interview. You don't have to do the outreach or all the work necessary to get booked onto a podcast.
100%. The election showed us that podcasts are more efficient than throwing money at celebrities. Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's exactly. I guess Kamala spent a little bit of money on some celebrities to twerk and put on a concert, but the podcast gave Trump an edge where I think with Joe Rogan, he did 3 hours. Imagine having 3 hours to let people get a chance to get to know you. And the more people got to know Trumpy, the more he became their choice. They liked him. And that goes for everybody here. I don't care what your business is. I'm telling you right now, your product is always you right here. You know, at the end of the day, you have got to build your brand. You have got to build your name. You've got to build your vertical. You've got to literally let people know who you are. Let them get to know you. Let them get to hear your stories. When Ethan and I, when I did a podcast with him the other day, offline, I told him a very lengthy story about when I was 9 years old that involved pizzas and Chicago Rats. It was probably one of the more inspiring stories I could have told him about how I learned to sell from an experience as a 9-year-old. Ethan, when I told you that story, did you get a chance to know me?
Truly. I mean, there's no story like childhood stories that truly show a person's growth from young.
Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, you have to tell your life stories to people for them to get to know you. You don't want to be an infomercial. You want to tell a story about yourself, things that you've done, things that you've accomplished in your life. And those are the things that you can do in a podcast that you can't do anywhere else. So I literally thought to myself, I'm not going to build AI tools that are wide ranging. I'm going to build AI tools that are very targeted, like a sniper, and they're focused. Their only focus is these agents are going to get you booked on the podcast. And now we've got clients doing 10, 20 podcast interviews a month, every single month consistently. Somewhere in here, there's a guy named John Soliter. And if he's there, he is. I see him. He's sitting in his favorite chair. I bet you that chair historically has probably been the most comfortable thing John's ever sat in. So he's done, I don't know how many podcasts. I would say it's well over 100 just in 10, 11 months so far.
Let's go.
And by the way, if you guys are going to go out there and sell something, the easiest thing that you could ever sell in your life is yourself. You know, John works with companies. He's a consultant in the network marketing industry, and he has to learn about, you know, Legal Shield, and he has to learn about Neora, which is a skincare company, and he's got to learn about these products in order to sell them. But at the end of the day, you've got a life history of who you are. You know everything about your product when it comes to yourself. You've got stories galore about yourself. Those are the things that you know best. That is how you sell yourself best. You can literally tell your story better than anybody else on the planet. Nobody will ever tell your story better than you will. Hey, by the way,
Man,
Hermano,
pleasure.
what's Junior's name?
That's my daughter, Debbie.
What's up, Debbie? What's up, Debbie? What's up? She's like, I'm really not that interested right now. Maybe we can schedule some time. We'll do a little podcast. Debbie chopping
We'll
it
do a
up.
little podcast with you later on.
Chopping it up with Debbie.
Take it easy. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, by the way, guys, I got a question for you. Who here has ever been to Super Bowl week at the Super Bowl? Anybody? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. At the end of this talk, I am going to give away 2 all-access passes to Super Bowl week, where we've got an event that we're doing with the NFLPA. Now, when I say all-access passes, I'm talking passes like this that get you into a variety of events during Super Bowl week. By the way, the Super Bowl this year is being held in San Jose at Levi Stadium. That's on February 8th. The week before, there's probably 50 different events. Gatorade, Pepsi, Meta's got a huge activation that they're doing. And we're doing one at Top Golf, where if you hit a hole in one, 225 yards out into a bucket, if you somehow can do that, you get $1 million in Bitcoin. And we're working with the NFLPA. We've got an all-day event. We've got Omaha Steaks bringing in 1,600 pounds of beef. If you don't like beef, like my friend John, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of vegetables hanging around. I see Debbie. She's like, yo, I like myself a cheeseburger.
Awesome. Great question, Hermano. All right. Next up, I'm going to bring up Daniela. How's it going, Daniela?
I'm good. Thank you so much for all of your insight today. My question is, when a new technology like AI first comes on the market, long before like a playbook exists or there's essentially any knowledge and you're pretty much a pioneer in the field, what is your process for diving in and mastering the skill that very little people know about or can even see that it's going to be innovative and that you're going to basically be able to master the skill before other people do? How did you get into it with little knowledge or understanding? Did you have mentors? Did you do self-research, hands-on experimentation? What exactly was your personal process for mastering it?
Great question. I think in life, people want to master things before they do things. They want to be a master before they go golfing. They want to be a master before they, do nails or paint paintings. And my way of learning is just by doing. If you just jump in and get it done, you're going to learn along the way. And trust me, let me tell you something. On any given day, I have about 3 to 4 fuck ups a day. Like I blow shit up all the time. But you learn from your failures. Your failure is your greatest teacher. You will learn more from failures than you will anywhere else unless you're not paying attention. Now, that being said, you've got to get AI agents to work for you and do specific tasks. What the problem is people want AI to do everything. They want it to do all these things. And AI is best when it's focused on a specific task for you. I'll give you a great example. We built a platform where one AI agent every single night, like last night, I'll give you an example. We had one AI agent take 947,302 podcasts and convert them from an audio file to a text file and upload them to our AWS server. Why? Because when we do that, we have another AI agent that takes your 10 keywords, podcasts that you're looking to speak on, and it looks for those podcast subject matter in our database. Because it's on our server, we can do queries very quickly. We can do 1 trillion queries in a second. So that AI agent can build a group of podcasts that fit your mold, that are perfect for you to speak on. Then we have a third AI agent that works in conjunction with all 3 of these, and that's your conversational voice agent. And that agent knows everything about you. And it writes a unique email to about 30 podcasts a day, pitching you as their next rock star interview. We're getting about 93% open rates on those emails and about as much as a 34% reply rate. The reason being is that conversational AI agent actually references a podcast they did in the last 24 to 48 hours. So it's literally writing it in your first person voice as if you wrote it, and it's referencing something they did in the last 24 to 48 hours. So that podcaster is going to be like, holy fuck, this girl Danielle, she really loves our show. So it's going to catch their attention. And that was a process that we had to learn. We had to learn how to make those all really, work together in a nice, smooth way. In fact, John was one of the first people to use our platform when it started. And it took about 2 weeks to get going, but I think he'll be the first to tell you today it's like clockwork. I hear it, he calls me no less than probably once every 3 days, crying that he's got so many interviews. I can't take it anymore. He's crying, a grown man crying to me. I'm kidding, by the way. I got to have some fun. But the point I'm making, Danielle, is you got to get AI to work for you. You got to get it to work for you and do work that leads you to a sale, that leads you to revenue, that leads you to building your brand. And the more you can get AI to work for you while you sleep, the more you can scale quicker than anybody else you've ever seen. I don't care what you're doing in your life right now. You are the product. You are the product. And people need to hear your story. And the more they hear your story, the more they're going to get a chance to like you. And people buy from people they take the mute off. Let her talk.
From people they love, yeah.
That's right. People they love, they like. My grandmother once told me a long time ago, guys, and I'll leave you with this gift. Not leave you, but I want you to have this gift. 40% of the people you meet in your life are going to like or love you. 20% of the people you meet in life are going to be indifferent. The final 40% may not like you, too big of a nose, he's bald, he swears a lot, whatever, or they might even hate you. My grandmother told me this is a great lesson. To the 40% that like or love you, show them love. To the 20% that are indifferent, Show them respect. To the final 40%, fuck them all. Do not give them 1 second of your attention. They will do nothing for your life.
I like that. Thank you so much. That was a really, really good answer. I appreciate that.
I got 100 of those stories. My grandmother raised me with a wooden spoon and inspiration. More wooden spoon, less inspiration, but mostly wooden spoon.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Awesome.
It's tough. When I grew up with a woman that was 88 pounds, but she was tough as vinegar and nails. And it's funny because when I grew up, I thought she hated me. What I didn't realize was she was mentoring me with a wooden spoon. The good news is I don't have a wooden spoon, and I'm not going to hit any of you guys. So you get all this stuff with pain free.
Let's go. All right, next up, we got Sean Taylor. Sean, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Anthony? Doing all right, Chris. Thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate this already. Love
Number
it.
21 from the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot. I get that a lot just by the name, obviously, only.
Yeah.
But yeah, not quite that good a hitter when I was playing. But anyway, hey, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'll go into my question. I'll go quick. But I spent 34 years in public education, was a special ed teacher, football coach, soccer coach, did all that stuff. Retired recently. I've also had a franchise, Supercuts, for a little bit. Got divorced, got rid of that because I got tired of working with her. But we used to get along great now. And then I've done some real estate stuff, done okay, but I don't care about cutting hair and I don't care about doing real estate anymore. I got a passion project now, scavenger time, basically. But I'm starting, have no clue what the hell I'm doing in the space, right? Just starting up, developing a product, trying to go there. So my question is really, how do you make the decision to bring in investors versus funding yourself and growing slower? Like, because I want the best products possible. I want to do the right things. I'm one guy, so trying to figure that out. How do you make that decision, Chris, in your businesses?
You know, bringing on an investor is like getting married. You better understand that you better want to cuddle with your investors, and you better be the big spoon. You better not be the small spoon. Investors, if they're the big spoon, they're the ones that are going to be dictating the terms. So when you bring on investors, the best advice I can give you is make sure it's a good fit. The money, that's not as important as the relationship. People think, oh, he's got $1 million. Well, that $1 million may come with a ton of strings, and he just might be an annoying motherfucker to work with. And that's something that's never going to change, no matter how much money they throw at you. So when you look for investors, look for people that you absolutely align with, that they understand your vision and they want to be part of the building process, not somebody that's going to give you money and put you on a string and treat you like an employee.
Okay. Sounds like great advice to me. Just trying to figure out, which way that grow fast, grow slow. But I'm early, and we're making it happen. Appreciate it.
You got it. What are you trying to get investment for?
That's just kind of where I am. I'm working with developers in India. They're great, but we got time things that, it's going slower than I want to do. I don't know the marketing thing. I'm learning. I did like a first freaking TikTok the other day, trying to figure that kind of stuff out. And like you said, I'm investing in myself, learning a lot, but it's going slow. We're about to launch on the App Store. So
what are you trying to build? What is it exactly?
Oh, it's like a scavenger hunt. Basically, it started off just in education, doing some fun things with kids, as well as I was on a cruise one time and we had a paper pencil one. I said, there's got to be a better way of doing that. So it's an electronic way to bring people together. The other pain point I see is kids scrolling, doom scrolling, heads in the phones, families not talking over the table, getting active together. So it's a way to bring people. And
so you've got a mobile app that you're launching, correct?
Mobile app that I'm launching. Yep.
I think the best advice I can give you is get on podcasts, talk about what it is. It sounds like it needs a little bit of time to explain itself. And the nice thing is the average podcast does about 30 minutes. If you send me an email, I'll get you on a podcast. We'll at least give you a free one and let you tell your story to my audience.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I never even thought that happened until you started speaking. And, I thought, hey, that's actually something that would be great. Now, do I want to be the talent all the time? I don't know about that, but.
When you say you're the founder of the company, right?
Right. Yeah. No,
you are the motherfucking talent. You're the story. That's all. That's the only one they want to talk to. You got to learn to tell your story. You got to sell yourself, Sean. Always.
Right. Appreciate that. Yeah. How do we get that email? You going to drop it in the chat or something?
Ethan will give it to you. I'll send it to Ethan right now.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Where's the chat? What the fuck am I doing here? Message everyone. I'm gonna put it in there for you guys.
Sounds good.
That seems like the right. Yep, there you go.
Awesome. Next up, I'm gonna bring up Matt. How's it going?
How's it going? Good to meet you, Chris. You're right. Um, yeah, Ethan, it's been a long time. So yeah, nice to see you. First time back in probably like 5 months on one of these calls. So yeah, good to be here. Um, but yeah, Chris, so I've literally since I started the School of Mentors, launched my AI agency. We're doing, of course, like voice AI, marketing reactivation, all sorts of these workflows, right? We're obviously hiring developers to do them for us. But yeah, there's a lot of, how can I say it, a little bit of doubt, going on. There's a lot of people doing the same thing. People have already heard of it when I'm talking to local businesses. I did have a face-to-face meeting. She gave us a verbal commit, but kind of ghosted me now. So it's a bit one of those. But I guess my question is, how you've kind of overcome doubt in the past and how you've made it happen to go from, taking Champion AI to what it is now. You said you had a great idea, you kind of really niched it down, and kind of got a niche. How did you manage to like accelerate that, and how did you even get to that point?
Okay, good question. So, by the way, where are you at, by the way? Are you in the
I'm
United
in the
States or
UK.
offshore?
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
thought
in
you
the
were. I could
UK.
tell.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
like, God, I'm
It's
telling you, I
late.
think so, let me give you like three things. There's probably more, but let me give you three things that I think will help you. First of all, you are going to be your biggest promoter always and forever. And if you're not out there every single day on social media, which is free, by the way, telling people about your journey, your story, and your vision, write that down, your journey, your story, and your vision. If you're not telling people about that, you're literally doing yourself a disservice. So, absolutely, positively, you got to get out there and every single day create content and tell people about your journey, your story, and your vision. Now, that's number one. Number two, you got to keep your story very simple. So for me, I get people to use AI and I tell them it's either AI or die. Now, I don't think people are going to drop dead if they don't use AI, but they are going to fall way behind those who do. And that's going to
I
kill
believe
their
that.
business. That's going to kill their revenue. That's going to destroy them and put them financially way behind the others that do. So that's what I made my storyline very simple to understand. AI or die. You got to get AI to work for you. And that's literally the second, my slogan. You got to make your slogan in life very simple. Anybody that has met me over the last year, they'll tell you I've probably said no less than 100,000 times, you've got to get AI to work for you. That means when you're sleeping at night, AI's got to be doing work that leads you to a sale, that leads you to revenue. Now, at the end of the day, those are the best pieces of advice I can give you. Whatever you're doing in life, make it short and sweet so that people understand it and get it right away. You can't make shit so complicated that people look at you and go, "What the fuck do you do?" If you're getting people that are looking at you going, "What the fuck do you do?" You're probably not really explaining yourself well. Make it very simple. I'll give you
So
another
kind of,
example. We got a new
yeah,
product coming out in time for the holidays, and it allows people, individuals, humans, the ability to grab an ad. Are you familiar with clipping?
yeah, like TikTok clipping, right? What do you mean?
No, no. Clipping is when you take somebody else's content, a video,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
share it on your social media, and they pay you for views. The reason why that's very efficient is if I share something on my social media, it's coming from me to my friends, my family, and my followers. I'm passively endorsing that. We're literally building a mobile app that's going to do that, where humans all over United States can basically grab a video, share it on their social media, and if they get 10,000 views and the advertiser's paying $7 per thousand, they just made $70 in lunch money. You can go to Chipotle and grab yourself a lunch deal. Well, at the end of the day, we created a slogan for that product called Human Ad Network. Very easy to understand. It's humans distributing ads, videos for advertisers. It's a human ad network. And at the end of the day, we're making it easy from a mobile app. So at the end of the day, you've got to make your message very, very easy to understand. And you've got to get out there and every single day Be the loudest mouth in the neighborhood. Tell people who you are. Tell them your story, your journey, and your vision.
Love that. Thank you.
Let's fucking
Sounds
go.
good. Yeah,
Let's
I think
go.
we just need to man up and grab it, you know.
And by the way, don't be afraid to raise your voice and really get out there and be boisterous about what you're doing. Nobody is going to believe in
Absolutely.
your vision more than you do. You are the visionary. Nobody else is going to sell you more than yourself. And by the way, if you
I'm
offend
straight.
people, look them in the eye, tell them from the deepest part of your heart, I absolutely don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm here to tell you about what I'm doing. If people get offended, let them go away. They were never going to help you build your vision anyhow.
You know, it's crazy. Like it resonates a lot already. Like when I'm talking to people in my network, you know, my social life, friends, whatever, and I just tell people like, honestly, if it ain't that, then I just don't give a fuck. So
Exactly.
absolutely resonate with that.
Let me tell you something. You have got to literally not care about other people's opinion, because their opinion did not make you and it will not break you. Shout out to Deion
Absolutely.
Sanders.
Big love for that, Chris. Thank you.
You got it. By the way, if you guys want to email me, I'm giving away all kinds of goodies. I'll give you guys a ton of free shit today.
Let's go. All right, next up, we got Eddie C. Eddie, always great to see you, brother.
Jesus
Yes, sir.
Christ,
Always
Eddie,
good to see you.
where's the lights? Turn
I'm
the
in the
lights on.
I'm in
You
the
gotta get some
car,
lights
man.
on. There we go.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Thank you for being here, Mr. Champion. You got probably one of the coolest last names that I never heard.
Well, just so you know, it's a pseudonym. I had my identity stolen on social media. You shouldn't probably use your real information. There's some weird people out there that'll figure out a way to get into your bank account.
Well, there it is. All right, I appreciate that as well. Thank you, James, for hosting this. Thank you, Athen, for being here and moderating this. My question for you, Mr. Champion, is you had over 100 successful investments over your life. I'm sure many more to go. If you had 2 to 10,000 to start investing, where and what would you put it in?
So you gotta get something that generates you cash flow. Do you currently have something that's generating cash flow?
Me, I have a few options, some things I'm still building.
So you're still building, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're not looking to invest right now with that money. That money, you got to use it to buy things that ultimately generate you cash flow. So anything that if you could put $2,000 in to something that flips into $4,000, then you take that $4,000 and flip it into $8,000. You want to create cash flow right now. So you got to figure out what it is that's going to create cash flow for your business and your brand. What's your business?
My business, I have a credit consulting business.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. So I got a guy, John Solider. He does some stuff with this company called Legal Shield. You guys should collaborate with each other. That credit consulting business, I would take that $2,000 and try and squeeze as much cash flow out of that business so that it ultimately grows. Once it grows to a certain amount, you can start looking to invest that money in all kinds of stuff. And by the way, I'm hiring like crazy right now. And if you want to learn how to sell an AI product that will absolutely generate you cash flow, reach out to me. I'm hiring, and we'll get the lights on in there. And we'll get you working hard.
All right, thank you. But if you can just answer, not just for me personally, just in general, because I mean I appreciate it, thank you. But just
What's the best investment I think somebody can do right now with their money?
Yes, sir.
Only one thing. There's literally only one thing. Bitcoin. I am a Bitcoin maximalist. I have been for 10 years. I tell you right now, the banks are insolvent. When you buy Bitcoin, you're not buying it to go up in value. You're buying it because you know that the US dollar will go down in value because we have idiot politicians that keep printing dollars like it's going out of style. We're at a $38 trillion deficit. You can't overdraw your checking account $38 trillion. Nothing good will come of that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that last little nugget, man. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Awesome. Great question, Eddie. Great to see you, my man. All right. Next up, we have Aisha. How's it going?
Yes, hi there, everybody. How's it doing? I'm doing good. How are you? And my question to Chris is that I'm still in the process of kind of figuring out what I want to pursue long term, but I'm pretty sure that in the long run, I want to build something of my own, you know. And I've always kind of felt drawn to entrepreneurship and independence and, you know, creating some sort of innovation of my own. But what I struggle with knowing is where to actually start. What paths or skills should be my first real step towards that? And how does one figure out which direction actually fits them personally instead of just following the cliche of what's popular or profitable?
So the best advice I can give you right now is partly because I see it everywhere. You got to learn how about AI agents, not just, going to Chat GPT and saying, "Hey, make me a funny video of Donald Trump making a podcast as a baby." Like that stuff's cool and funny, but you have to learn how to get AI agents to work for you. So if I would tell you right now, absolutely positively learn as much as you can about building AI agents. That is my biggest advice to everyone. AI is not going anywhere. It is going to dominate it over the next year to 2 years. I know people think it's going to be 5 or 10 years. It's going to be its growth is growing at such an exponential pace. It is mind blowing.
Okay. Well, you know, for somebody like I right now am in the like I just got graduated school and now I'm aspiring to go to
Congrats. What
university.
school?
Yeah, I'm at a school here in Pakistan. So
You're in
now
Pakistan?
yeah,
I love this. I love this. What time is it over there?
it's actually 5:40 a.m.
Oh, that's awesome. I love this. You're up at 5 in the morning in
Yeah.
Pakistan, feeding your brain knowledge. That's going that energy and that attitude, that plan is going to do more for you in your life than you can ever be thankful for. I tell you right now, that is an absolutely great perspective of you. I love that about you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And so what I was saying is that, you know, for somebody who hasn't even gotten into some sort of an initial business yet, doing something with AI agents is kind of, you know, the next step because you assign it tasks. So when I don't have the first thing, what should I actually look into learning that can kind of, you know, offset that
The
career?
best thing I can tell you, and if you want to work with my team, I'll gladly give you every opportunity in the world. The best thing I can tell you is companies and individuals all over the world are right now desperate for people to help them get AI agents to work for them. So that is something that I can show you how to do right away. And you can literally get clients all over the world for that. Knowing if you can literally help somebody to have an AI agent do work for them that leads them to sales, that is literally the best, most valuable thing in the world right now.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I get that. I appreciate that though. Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Aisha.
Thank you.
All right. Great question. Next up, we have JS. JS, if you can turn on your camera.
John.
Unmute. There I am, I think. Hey guys.
There you
How
go.
are you? Mr. Champion.
What's up, big boy?
All right. Fast story. Just about a year ago, I get an email from my podcast, which has existed. I put it in the notes over here. You can get my podcast under my name, John Soliter, or under Leaving Nothing to Chance. Anyway, we've been doing podcasts for a number of years. I get an email from a guy telling me how smart and pretty I am. Now you can see I'm not very pretty, and the smart part, that's debatable. But at the end of the day, I get this email, and I show my wife. I'm like, I grab my phone. I'm like, look at this email that this guy wrote to me. Isn't this great? He's telling me how smart I am. And anyway, I contacted him back. Because we had a show with 52,000 people on it, by the way. So, not a small show. So I'm like, hey, this guy's very complimentary. Wrote him back. He said, I think I'd be a good guest on your show. And when we finally met, did the show, at the end of the show, he said, what do you think of my email? I said, man, I loved it. I showed my wife. I showed my son. He said, yeah, I didn't write it. I go, oh, you got a good VA? He goes, nope. AI wrote it. And I was like, if AI can write that well, I need to use it. And then we became colleagues and friends and started to work together on a number of projects. But lo and behold, folks, just for the sake of time, I got another call I got to speak on here in 15. But lo and behold, I started to use it. Chris, I don't know if I was your very first client or one of your very first clients in the beginning, but lo and behold, we started to use it just around this time last year. Actually, right around Christmas. Actually, about a week before Christmas is when it started to kick in, and we started to get a few people. And I remember the first lady was from Phoenix that contacted us, and I was like, "Wow, there really are people out there, they're going to contact me." And long story short, we've done about 150 shows just through Chris's AI, Champion AI, here in the last year. By the way, and he said it earlier, I could do more. I have multiple business ventures at the end of the day. So podcasting is something I do for obviously people, know who I am, and for me to meet people, and likewise for them, for them to meet me, and vice versa. A lot of times, by the way, you start doing podcasts and you flip flop. You do somebody's podcast. If you're a podcaster, they also do your podcast. So kind of works both ways. But anyway, long story short, we've been using it. It's been terrific. We've met people in literally 30 countries that we did not meet before. So my contact capital, when I go through my phone, sorry to keep showing you my dog. But anyway, when I go through my phone, I've got people in here in Bali, in India, in Pakistan, like the young lady that was just on, in Germany, in
Philippines.
You name it. Okay. We've met all sorts of good business people, all sorts of good contacts, some of which we've done deals with, others of which we're working with, others of which are in network marketing, which is my forte. I wrote a sales letter 29 years ago that still makes me money. So, I do a lot of copywriting and that sort of thing. And I've gotten hired to do some copywriting jobs for people as a result. And anyway, long story short, this works. If it's for you, find out. Just contact Chris and he'll tell you more. I put my
John,
yeah,
John, I got a quick question for you. When you got that email, it basically referenced one of your recent podcasts, and it got your attention right away because it basically stroked your ego. It said, "Hey, that was a great interview, John." And then it went into another paragraph where it started pitching me as being one of your next interviews. Talk about how powerful it is when you literally get somebody via email and you tell them something about their most recent podcast and say, "Hey, by the way, that was really good work."
Well, of course, it's flattering to the person, number one. Number two, what I do just, from a homework standpoint, I actually do go in when somebody books me, and I do actually listen to their podcast. So I really do, I don't go, "Oh, you're Joe." "Oh, well, you watched my show." I mean, I'm Joe, you know what I mean? So just to be transparent about it. Yeah, it gets you all sorts of introductions. It flatters the recipient of that email. Obviously, it tells them that you listen to their show. And by the way, in podcasting, it's like some of you have probably written books, like I have too. I mean, somebody tells you they read your book or listen to your podcast. It's very, very flattering. It means you actually have something to say that's worth other people hearing. So. So that's what it does. And like I said, our contact capital has grown. It's the best investment I've made in a long time. Chris can give you the details and all of that. But hey, Chris, I'm going to help you out here. I put my cell phone number in there, which I never do. So please don't pass it around the world here. If you send me a text and you say, "Hey, I'd like to get on a podcast, tell me 3 things about yourself." Okay. And I'll reach back to you and we'll get you booked on one of our podcasts as well. I know Chris is going to do a bunch with you guys. I'll do up to 5. That's about all I have time for between now and Christmas. So we're pretty booked. But just to kind of wrap this up, Chris, on my end, I'll just give you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm doing a podcast with a lady from Melbourne, Australia. Okay. On Friday, I'm doing a podcast with a book author from the United Kingdom. On Saturday, I've got 2 booked in the afternoon. Okay. One is an entrepreneur in the network marketing space like I'm in. Okay. And the other is the founder of a company that does all sorts of writing and high-tech solutions for entrepreneurs down in San Antonio, Texas. So, all over the map in terms of geography, where people are, what their walks of life are. and you're just going to meet some really interesting people. But more than anything else, you're going to expand your business. Have we done deals? Yeah, we've done deals. We've introduced, party A to party B. And sometimes what happens too, frankly, and I know the fellow that was talking a few minutes ago with the scavenger idea, for example, you will have people reach out to you. Okay, whether they're investor caliber or not, who knows, but you will have people reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in your service. I'm interested in your product. I'm interested for whatever reason. Chris introduced me to a guy that does red light therapy, as an example, in California. He's been a doctor many, many years and very into red light therapy. I interviewed him. Long story short, another guy I interviewed who's a well-known author here in Dallas called me and said, can you introduce me to Dr. Carl? We got on the phone for 5 minutes. They did some kind of a deal. I'm not sure, exactly what they did at the end of the day, but, party A and party B get together. Sometimes you can make money from that. Sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes it's just, hey, introduce two nice people and, good things can come from that. But yeah, I would highly embrace this. Podcasting is the new media. There's no doubt about that. Chris referenced the election earlier. I think when we get to 2028, if you have a podcast, you are going to be seeked out by politicians that want to talk on it. In addition to that, of course, if you don't want to do your own podcast, getting on people's podcasts is the best advertising. And I'll close with this, guys. Evergreen, you're going to hear Chris use the word evergreen, and evergreen means forever, right? You're walking in a beautiful forest somewhere in Bavaria, right? And there's trees that have been there long before you were born and long after you're going to be gone, okay? The thing about a podcast is it lives on. I've had people on my podcast who've passed away that I've sent my podcast to their family as, hey, here's your mom or here's your aunt or whoever. So these things live on for years and years and years. Why do I say that? Because people will come back. They'll listen to a show 2 years from now. So you might only do a show and go, wow, only 50 people listened. But at the end of the day, down the road, somebody else listens and they get in contact with you. So evergreen in content, like the sales letter I did 29 years ago that still feeds my family every month. So, these things live on for a long time if you do them right. You don't have to be a great speaker. You just have to show up and have a good conversation with the other party and, let it go from there. So, Chris, I got to hop to that other call. And here, just, who am I doing the other call with? Well, the number one earner in a company called Legal Shield. He made $2 million last year. And him and I are doing a call together in a few minutes for a guy I introduced to him who's a podcaster in Tampa, Florida. Okay, so that's just once again how business works and develops. So anyway, I'll shut up. I know you guys have more things. Love the call, by the way. Love you guys' show there. I don't know if James is listening or not, but I love what you guys do. I think it's inspirational. I'm an old guy, and I love to see a 23-year-old guy like him out, talking to entrepreneurs and asking them what to do because it is so relevant and going to teach you a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's it. Thank you.
By the way, for everyone that was asking, this is one of my 4 dogs, Elsa, or Mamacita. She gave birth to the 2 puppies that I have also, who's Theo and Gracie. I'll show you guys them later.
Awesome.
Hey, by the way, somebody asked inside the chat if I could show and tell the AI and how it works. So I can't really show how the AI works, but I can show you how the emails look when they're going outbound. If you guys want to see that, I'll gladly share my screen and show it and do a show and tell if that interests you. Raise your hand if you want to see that. Ethan, I don't think anybody wants to see it. I'm just getting a bunch of high fives.
Nah, for those that have their cameras on, I'm seeing some hands raised for sure.
Well, those are hands raised. I thought those were high five. I'm like, fuck, high five. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, you guys want to see how this looks? Okay, great. Ethan, can I share my screen or what?
Yeah, you're good to go.
I know. Working on it. All right. Whoop, wrong one. I pay a guy money every week to come clean up all the poop in my backyard, and my big dog, as you guys can hear him outside, is absolutely losing his mind right now. He literally thinks the guy's trying to steal poop. Who the fuck would steal poop? Anyways, can you guys see my screen? Can I get a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, great. So here you can see the email that the AI wrote for me, pitching me to be on their podcast. Now, as you notice, the email is not really professionally written. It's not beautiful. It's got It's got some like glitches in it, looks like. The reason why we do that on purpose, is that when the Genius Scale podcast team sees this, it doesn't look like a perfect email that an AI wrote. It looks like some retard that just loves the show. And by the way, I didn't mean retard. I just, if that offended anyone, from the bottom of my heart, I just want you to know I don't give a fuck. Anyways, that's my flight ticket. That's Natalie. She owes me money. So here's another email. You can see it's writing emails, and it basically just does this. While I'm on the phone with you guys, while I'm on the Zoom call with you, it's working. It's actually doing work for me right now. By the way, if anyone's got a question, just chime in. Here's Jesse. Literally, it does all this, and each one of these emails is uniquely written. It literally talks about, what they recently did. And I could show you more, but does anyone have a question?
Yeah, let's see who we got here. We'll bring up.
By the way, let me give you guys a little story. I got invited down to this event in Orlando called Creator Hub. And I got invited down to speak about AI or die. And in the lobby, I see this guy. And I know that motherfucking guy. And I'm going to share the link of the video that I did, the interview I did with James. And I walk up to this guy and I'm like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. How did you make your millions? And then for a quick pause, he pauses. I'm like, you are a millionaire, right? And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, all right. I did like a 12-minute interview with James. And that's how I met James. Now I'm going to teach you guys something about life. God will put you in places to be successful. But it is up to you to take advantage of those opportunities. I could have let James walk through the lobby, not done anything fun with him, not turn my camera on and my video on and make a video with him. I could have done all that shit. And a lot of people did. Nobody walked up to him. But I walked up to him. I got a chance to know him. I got a chance to talk to him. I did a 12-minute interview with him. We put it out there. It was funny as hell. Ethan, what'd you think? Was it a funny interview?
It was very funny.
And now here today, I'm talking to you guys. And you guys are all over the world. I'm talking to people in the UK. It sounds like Pakistan. Anybody else from outside the US? Looks like Rahul. Where are you at, Rahul? Poor Rahul, I can't see what he's saying. What is he saying? I got Colombia, I got Canada. By the way, Canada, what the fuck did they do to those poor ostriches? We'll talk about that one day. Anyway, so my point being is, God will put you in a position to be successful. He'll put you right where you need to be. But it is up to you to make it happen. It is up to you to take advantage. And by the way, the worst thing that could have happened is James said, hey, bald guy, get the fuck away from me. That's the worst thing that could have happened. As it turns out, we liked each other. We got to know each other. He got to hear my story. I got to hear his story. And at the end of the day, we're collaborating. We're doing things to help each other elevate our lives. At the end of the day, God's going to put you in the right room with the right people at the right time periodically. You've got to make it happen. You've got to take advantage of those opportunities. Don't complain that God didn't give. God, why don't you give me all this money? No, God put you in the chance where you can go dig for the gold. He says, hey, I'm going to give you a shovel. You got to get to work. All right, Jesus. We got Jesus here. I mean, what a lead in. We talk about God. Now I get Jesus. How you doing, Jesus?
Hi, Mr. Chris. I'm just a Mexican. Yeah, that's why I'm called like that. And actually, my name has personal story, but okay, if I have time, then I can share that to you. I would like you to give me or to give us the hack to sell no matter what in 1 minute.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Give us the hack to sell whatever we want in just 1 minute.
Oh, is this the whole sell me this pen? You saw The Wolf of Wall Street, right? Did anyone see that movie? Am I the only one that saw that movie? So let me give you the life hack. Let me give you the best life hack about selling, okay? And I promise you, this has worked for me since I was 9 years old, and it still works today. So I'm going to give you this. I'm not going to tell you the long story, which involves pizza and rats, but I will tell it to you guys one day. We'll do another call. I need a little bit of time for that one. Here's the life hack. Here's exactly, if you want to sell something in life, do this. I promise you, it will work 100% of the time. Number one, be very transparent with whoever you're talking to. Nobody wants to hear a sales pitch. Anybody gives you a script and says, read this, and then you'll make a sale. Fuck that idea. That idea is horrible. Be transparent. I don't care if you're trying to get a brand new bicycle as a 9-year-old kid and you have to sell pizzas, which you know everyone loves pizza. Just tell people that. Be transparent. When you're transparent, let them get to like you. Let people get to know what your goal is. When you're selling something, everyone knows your goal is to get them to write a check or give you a credit card or give you some Bitcoin. They know you want to extract value from them. But be transparent and give them value in return. Say, listen, I know you love pizza, so I want you to buy this pizza from me because it's delicious and it's going to help me get this bicycle. So the best advice I can give you, the best life hack, the best secret code that everyone thinks is out there, it's very simple. Be transparent. Be exactly who you are. Tell people exactly what you're doing. Don't read some bullshit fucking script.
Okay. And that's it.
Poor
Just
Jesus was looking for something else. He's like,
no, yeah, I mean,
that seems
no,
too easy.
yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. It looks like
It's
really
like
easy.
mind blowing, huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
I just
of
got to be
course.
truthful and transparent. That's a whole new concept.
No, I mean, of course, it's like game changing, you know,
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
like you stand there and then you do what you do. And
Well, here's the other thing I would tell you too. As a salesperson, when you're selling somebody, God gave you 2 of these and 1 of these. Listen twice as much as you talk. When you talk, be very clear about what you're saying and then shut the fuck up.
okay, listen twice as much as you talk. Okay, okay. And
No, I
I
didn't say
thought
listen as much. I said listen twice as much
twice as much as you talk. Yeah,
There you
listen
go.
twice as much as you talk.
Hey,
And then
everyone give a shout out to Jesus. Give him a hand. And the guy's busy as hell. He's running the world, solving problems, and he gets a chance to pop in with us.
no, okay, I'm going to tell that story of the name and
All
just
right, who wants to meet one of my other dogs? This is Gracie.
Awesome.
You know what her nickname is? Booger. When she was a little puppy, even till now, for whatever reason, she likes to lick me right in the nose and lick inside my nose and pull out boogers. I know it sounds weird, but she's a booger. She's a little booger.
Awesome.
She
Great
likes
question,
she
too.
likes a little attention every now and then.
Amazing. All right. Next
Are
up,
you guys getting good value? Are we sharing good value? Did you learn anything of value? What do we
Talk
got?
about-
On Win.
Yeah.
On Win, Farm D. What's Farm D? You're a drug dealer.
Yes, sir. I'm a legal drug dealer. So,
Where are you at? What part of the world are you?
currently in Mexico, having tacos right now.
Oh my God, I fucking love tacos. Are they good? Okay.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I need a little taco review here.
Oh my gosh. These are a solid 8.9. I come here at least like once a week. They've got crispy suadero tacos, and they've got a longaniza that's very tasty.
So what'd you get? What kind of taco did you get there?
I got suadero, I got longaniza, and then I got tripa, which is a little bit weird, but it's like the stomach tacos. So I like
what's Sodera? I've never heard of Sodera before.
I actually don't really know what's in it, but they're just like soft meats that are really yummy. So
well, I'll be did you get some guac and sour cream?
So we got some radish and some cucumber and like a spicy salsa.
Did you get some limes? Did you put a little lime on there?
Oh yeah, the limes are right here. So I'm having a ball.
One of my favorite places in the States is Chipotle. And they literally a couple of months ago had this brisket burrito, this brisket, and they took it off the menu. And I'm like, holy fuck, that was delicious. Get that fucker back. Yeah, Mexican's my favorite. If you come to Vegas, go to this Mexican restaurant. It's all organic. It's right next door to a strip bar called Sapphires, and it's organic Mexican. I got to go look up the name, but it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Best guacamole. They make it fresh right there for you. Unbelievable food.
Awesome.
And
Thank
by
you
the
for
way,
that.
this Saturday I'm going to a celebrity poker challenge with Steve Aoki, and we're going to a place called Javier's in California, and they have unbelievable food. Also, if you get a chance to go to Javier's.
Okay, you're talking to a foodie, so noted.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. I mean, who's not a foodie? Like, who doesn't
Right.
love food? Who doesn't
So-
love Mexican food? Like, Mexican food is like I don't know a human being alive that doesn't love good Mexican.
Yeah, I know, right? Chris, my
Especially if the
batteries
taco,
on.
especially if the tortillas are fresh. When they come
Yes.
off that little round spinning thing and they're fresh, it's over. It's
Oh my
over.
gosh, they're like still burning in my fingers as I'm eating. So.
Oh my God.
But I only have 2% on my phone, so in case I drop off, I'm sorry. But I know. First, thank you so much for this AI agent stuff. I am totally going to email you because I've had a podcast, 500,000 downloads, and it's
Let's fucking
phenomenal.
go! Way to go, drug dealer!
Thank you. It's about food as medicine. But
listen, I'm going to bring you on my podcast. We're going to chop it up. You would send me an email. I'll schedule time for you.
I'll do it. You'll expect an email. But my question is related to real estate because I saw in your bio that you have raised capital for real estate. We're actually doing deals in Mexico here. So my question is, where are the best places that you have found for like conferences or platforms or communities to go to raise capital for specifically international or just general real estate, but specifically international investments?
That's a great question because I just got back from an event in Fort Lauderdale, and it was a crypto event, and there's a ton of ways to raise capital. I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine named Eric, and he's doing a ton of stuff with tokenization of real estate. And I think that you and him will enjoy each other's company. But I would say for international real estate plays, crypto and tokenizing real estate is the best way to raise money. And the reason being is when you send money cross borders, it's a motherfucker. Like there's so much that challenging. But if you tokenize it, crypto changes the game and literally makes it easy for anybody in the world to invest in real estate utilizing tokens. So my answer to you is tokenization. I think if you do a ton of research on that part, and I'll introduce you to Eric. He's a great guy. Did a couple of interviews. I actually got the clips today. I'm going to throw them up on YouTube. I've got my VA doing that right now. Shout out to Don out in the Philippines. They just got hit by a massive typhoon, I think. But yeah, he's out working hard right now.
Thank you, Chris. I hope Don's okay.
Yeah, no, it was a tough typhoon, like Category 5 or something. They lost electricity. The people in the Philippines have a tough one right now.
Yeah, sending lots of love to Don. So I appreciate you. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know other people have questions, but I'll send
Listen,
you.
I'm here all night long. I'm here. If I were you, I don't want to take away time from your tacos there. Those are tacos, right? Are they the mini tacos? It looks like they were the mini ones.
Yeah, they're taquitos. They're tiny little tacos.
I know. I was gonna say, like, here, put it a little closer to the camera. God, that tastes so good. You got some onions in there. I love onions. A little cilantro.
A little cilantro, a little bit of
Fuck!
everything.
I'm so hungry. I'm gonna go abuse this Mexican restaurant down the street from my house. It's a single mother. She's got 2 locations now. She makes on Fridays Barrio Tacos. I know I'm butchering the name, but that's the best fucking Barrio Tacos you've ever had. I literally go in there and order like 5 of them, and like I dip them in there, and
yeah,
and then when I come back, I give my little guys a little bit, and I give my big dog a lot, and they fucking love Friday night tacos.
Yum! They must love you.
And listen, let me tell you guys something. I don't know where you guys are at in the world, but if you don't have a dog in your life, I promise you this, there's a dog at a shelter that will fulfill your life with love and responsibility. You'll be more active, which will keep you healthier. People that have dogs live longer, and people that have 4 dogs are motherfucking crazy, but they will live long.
Is that you? You've got 4 dogs?
That's me. It wasn't part of the plan. I had 1 dog. Then I dated a girl, and I got 3 dogs, but I lost the girlfriend. She left, and the dog stayed.
Maybe it was for the best.
Trust me, it was definitely for the best.
So, thank you, Chris. I appreciate your time. I also took home a street dog about 6 months ago, so she is filling my life with happiness. So
I'm sorry, what happened?
there was a street dog that after Birria Taco, she followed me. So she's now mine, right?
What's her name?
Honey. Honey.
What's her name? Huh?
Honey. Honey.
Oh,
She's totally a sweet,
she's
sweet dog.
the stripper of dog names. You gave her the stripper of dog names. Honey, Heather. Yeah, those are stripper names.
Well,
Listen, I promise you this. Honey came into your life as an angel. God sent Honey to you. You don't even know it yet, but I promise you, at your lowest moment, that angel will be there. At your highest moment, that angel will be there. Every single day, that angel is going to focus on making sure that you're happy, healthy, and in a good place.
Thank you. I believe that.
Deal.
Awesome.